here. Do the share in a second. Get things going. Just got that little coif project we're working on right here. I wanted to do something simple and not have to worry about like what I'm working on. You know? I was just upstairs. There we go. I'll turn this down. Oh, nope. What? Come on, fingers. Type what I want, not. Let's put a few more rings out here. This will not make a full coif. And once again, I don't know if I can get any more of these rings. So, we're at a conundrum. Oh, this is what I get. I put these back in the container with all the rest of the rings, and I guess a ring got caught up in there, so they were stuck together. Now, where is that? Where are you? Get out of there. You don't belong there. Hey Rick, got shirts on Saturday? You're welcome, buddy. I'm glad. A couple things are not making it to their destination before Christmas, but I'm glad to hear yours did. The rest of your order is on the way. It's coming. All right. So we have 3 triangles done. We need to make a 4th. Finish a 4th. Let's tear this. I don't know what I was making here. It's like a full Persian variant something or other. Alright. This has got to come apart. And like I said, I really need to invest in a pair of calipers. I need to get like the exact dimensions of these rings and then order the closest ones. You know? Alright, let's move you guys. Let's move this camera forward a little bit. That's a little better. So. But yeah, I'm glad you got your stuff, Rick. I think everybody that needed something for a Christmas present got their stuff. I don't know. People don't tell me what they're ordering for. I just assume during Christmas time it's for Christmas. So I have been sick as a freaking dog this past 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks now. That's the second time I've been sick this year. The first one was with the Delta variant of COVID, and that one wasn't as bad. That was like back in July. Hey Barb, how you doing? Now this one was just, it was a cold that turned into bronchitis, and I've just been fighting it. So, I got an appointment with my doctor tomorrow. The appointment was scheduled months ago. It wasn't because I was sick, but I'll bring it up when I talk to him. I'll let him know that, hey, I felt like crap these last couple weeks. So, right now it's mostly just in the mornings. So I think I'm gonna ask for some prednisone to help clear up the rest of the inflammation in my lungs. I got all I need. Clipping more silver for candy cane cord. I am feeling better. Did I try that vinegar? No, I have not tried that vinegar. I have tried that NyQuil, that Dayquil, that cough drop, a couple other things. I did not try the vinegar. Once we get that little piece tore apart, this will go a little bit slower actually. Holy crap. Potato bit works for them too, and bunch of them throat glands with the acids they're missing. I'm gonna be honest, I saw your post about it, or we talked about it, and I was told where we had some, and then I completely forgot about it after that. So remind me before the end of the stream, I'll go take a shot of it. Yeah. And since I have been at work in my current job, I have not called in for being sick, but maybe, I don't know, once or twice the past year. And some of that's because my kid got sick, I had to stay home with him. Some of that was I was sick, but you know, I have plenty of like sick days and paid time off and all that. So when I called and told them I was sick, they're like, okay, well, no questions asked, just, you know, stay home till you feel better. Stay home till you don't have fevers for 24 hours. That was the most fun. Might have a final couple weeks off. Christmas orders out and taking a couple weeks off to stream and reorganize the work area. Kind of an odd Monday though, not doing stream. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't, like, aside from not having streamed like the past week or anything, I hang it to Monday through Friday because every night's a little taxing on my schedule. I wish it wasn't. I'd rather be down here streaming and making some chainmail, but you know, I do gotta have quality time with the family. I do have stuff around the house that's gotta get done. The worst part about the last 2 weeks was not having any energy to do anything, you know? Like, alright, I'm off. I'm not going to work. I'm gonna space out on TikTok for 7 hours and doom scroll on Facebook for 12, and in there you're gonna... I didn't eat very much. I just wasn't hungry. You know, starve a fever, feed a cold. Just wasn't hungry. But I finally started getting my energy back. I did go out and get some paint swatches in addition to the regular stuff, you know, the minimal day-to-day stuff that's got to be done. Right. I got some paint swatches because all the paint in the basement here from the whoever painted the house originally, none of it works. None of it's not right. Not the right color. It's not labeled right. And I hate painting, and it's the wrong texture, all of it. I need to go through and rip out, throw away the cans of paint down here that do not go with anything, right? And then take all my paint swatches down to Menards, and they only sell samples in eggshell, right? So I need to buy samples of all the paint, make sure it's the right color, and then I'm pretty sure everything in the house is a flat paint. I don't think it's eggshell. I could be wrong. It might be eggshell, but then I need to get all the swatches in a correct texture and paint color is what I need to do. I'm tired of fighting with the cans that I have down here, and I need to properly label them all. Wife's stepfather made up turkey soup. That was your saving food when you couldn't stay awake. Nice. Renee made cockaliki soup last night and chicken soup a couple nights ago. It was pretty good. It's, you know, soup season. Good time for a good stew or a chili or some soup. That's not the right ring size. So, anyway. I didn't even have the energy to read. I was reading the Wheel of Time series. Because they had started the show. And I was rereading the books to try to stay on top of the show and try to remember everything, and I had not. Yeah, cockaliki soup. I had not finished like the last 2 or 3 books that Brandon Sanderson had assisted on. So I wanted to finish those. I didn't even have enough energy to read, man. Speaking of that series, I think I'm done watching the seasons, or the TV show. I'm not, like... I'm pretty dissatisfied with what they've done to it so far, to the point that, like, it's too far off from the books for me. Like, largely nothing remotely like the books, except for the Moiraine, the Aes Sedai, has power, right? Like, I don't know. And maybe 1 or 2 other similarities. I've stopped at episode 6. I don't know, it's got leeks in it, and it's called cockaliki soup. That's all I know about it, Barb. I went to the grocery store 4 times looking for a leek. It's type of vegetable, and I didn't find one. I don't know if they were out or if I just couldn't find one. So... Aurora Borealis, Swarovskis are some of the crazy opalite glitter 10mm of your caption tonight. Nice. You're watching The Witcher Season 2. See, now there's a story that I have not read the books. I have never played the game. And so I can have an open mind about what the story is and how everything's going. I don't have a preformed opinion of how things should be. And I don't think it's a... I think it's a well-told story. You know what leeks are? Similar to celery? Yeah. So I like the Witcher series. So never played the games, read the books, watching for the fancy. Yeah, no, I mean, I have enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. Like, good story, well done. I'm following along, kind of, you know. So I've got 2 episodes of that left. When I have cockaliki, I go to the doctor. That's funny. But okay, so if you ever watched the 90s version of the Mario Brothers, which or the Super Mario Brothers, the video game turned into a movie. The movie adaptation was awful of the video game. It's like classically awful now. Okay. And so that's kind of how I view the Wheel of Time adaptation to TV, right? Just not quite as bad, but not interesting enough to hold my attention. So I haven't kept up with it. I'm not gonna finish it. Like, I watched the first season of Game of Thrones, and I read the first couple books of Game of Thrones, but after a first couple of books, I decided I didn't really like or care for Robert Jordan. I tried to watch the TV series thinking maybe it would be better, and I was like, nope. That's, I don't know. The, like, Lord of the Rings, okay? That's been the only, that's not true. It has been one of my favorite book to movie adaptations. That is, you know, withstood the test of time, I think. I think everybody pretty much agrees that it's good. It doesn't need to be remade. Like, we have it. They did it, you know. They knocked it out of the park with that one. Another made for TV movie, or another made for TV, made for movie video game adaptation was Rampage with The Rock, where the white gorilla and the wolf go and fight each other in downtown and like destroy buildings and everything. I thought that was pretty good. If you never play Rampage, you play, I want to say there's more than a wolf and a, what do you call it, gorilla, that go and destroy downtown, like New York or something. I don't remember. But that's all you do in the game, is you go and you level cities and fight each other. You know? The Hobbit, I enjoyed The Hobbit too. I thought that was pretty good. I lumped that in with Lord of the Rings. Right? R.L. Salvatore was brought up the last time we mentioned this. I have not read those, but I know a lot of people have. A good Redwall series done to film. Have you downloaded the phone app for the Redwall game, John? You haven't gotten into any of those? I think it's more than be able to sit and watch it. Yeah, I can't. I have to. Okay. When I watch TV, which I rarely do, it's either during the afternoon when there's no one home, or after people have gone to bed. I really have to immerse myself in a film, whatever, doesn't matter what it is, because if I'm not paying 100% attention to it, or if it's not capturing 100% of my attention, I won't watch it or be interested. Daughter got a tabletop Rampage game last year. Nice. Oh God, there is a game. What? A game of the Redwall game? Yeah. I downloaded it. I haven't played it yet. If you don't know, the Redwall series is by Brian Jakes, English author, I think. And the Redwall series is a story about brave mice and villainous rats and warrior badgers and all types of woodland creatures that act like humans. And, you know, the rats and the ferrets and the weasels are all the bad guys. And the mice and the porcupines, and it's pretty, you know, it's a kid show, but or a kid's book, a young adult book. I think I was 6th grade when I first read it, but I still own it and I still read it and I still recommend it to people. Most TV you get is YouTube ads, yeah. All the epic and feel of Lord of the Rings, yeah, pretty much. For the Redwall series, I think that's accurate. So, you love the Redwall books? Oh, good, good. There's like, I don't know, 15 of them or something. But I don't think I have them all. He kept writing many after Redwall. And, you know, each story was different, but it's kind of, you know, similar characters and similar heroes, epic kind of story structure. So it's not quite, if you've read one, you've read them all. I think after the first couple of books, they go out pretty broadly from the initial storyline, so if I remember correctly. You thought Martin the Warrior is the best to start with? I started with Redwall. Yeah, haven't read the books. Martin the Warrior is a precursor to Redwall. Just so you know. That is when I wanted to become a blacksmith. Have I read Kenneth Oppel's Silver Sunfire Darkwing X series? No, I have not. I haven't had time lately and haven't bought any books in like 10 years. Yeah, that's a thing too. I have a bunch of books I've bought in the past 10 years, but well, that was dumb. I never got around to reading most of them. Been a hot minute since I've been to a bookstore. But college pretty much ruined reading for me for a long time. Having to read all those textbooks and finding out what a waste of time it all was once I was done. I just did not want to read. I couldn't read. I couldn't sit down, and I didn't have the brain power to force myself to read beyond a paragraph or two. Last 4 or 5 you did buy, you still haven't opened? Yeah, no. I'm right there with you. So anyway, I am on book 5 of the Wheel of Time series. And it's upstairs, and I'll probably read a little bit more over this Christmas break we've got coming up. You do audiobooks these days while you work? Yeah. Those have been recommended to me. Especially while I'm driving. I drive about, an hour here, an hour there for work. Then an hour home. Not a bad idea. I'm hesitant to buy anything new that doesn't come heavily recommended by people I trust. You know, I've been recommended some really poor books in the past. What did I just do? What has happened here? What's going on? There we go. One of the big reasons you got the internet working in your shop so you can run TV while working in your shop. Music is great, but you like to learn and listen to a good tale from a voice, not just the hum of art. Yeah. No, I listen to podcasts and stuff generally while I'm driving. A lot of times I will anymore. I will just drive in silence for an hour. No radio, no music, no books, no podcast, nothing. Not talking to anyone. Just you driving. There's not a lot of people out there. It's not real rural Wisconsin, but it's pretty rural. So sometimes I just like to let it turn off everything and sit and think for a little bit. I probably do that a couple times a week. You know, because you listen to the radio, get to the point where you've heard everything they have to say on the radio. Listen to the news channels on the radio. You know, the world's not getting better. Everything's an emergency. Chaos everywhere. Listen to music. It's same 5 songs. Listen to podcasts, and depending on the podcast you listen to, I mean, just heard enough for a while sometimes, you know. Gotta stop and let it all process for a bit. You have followed your wanderlust, you've driven the highway solo and with company, sometimes just being in motion. Nothing like grabbing a friend, going for a drive, getting lost, and just driving to turn on GPS to find your way home. Yeah. It's nice. I know my way around most of these 2 counties, so. I almost don't need to use the GPS. Whenever I get a new patient, I always got to use it a few times to remember how to get to their house, but audiobooks these days for you while you work. Hi, Elizabeth. You don't like driving, Rick? Yeah. You've gone coast to coast in the USA? I have been to both coasts in the USA. I haven't driven from one to the other. I don't mind driving. I don't know if I like it more than what I do now, but while my company was trying to get everyone to get the stabby, I was going to where all that went through, so I didn't even have to worry about it in the end. You hate the metal gliders of death with air rockets? You talking about planes? Metal gliders of death with rockets. Yeah. Passenger seat is where most of your work's accomplished. Kids can't climb on either. Strapped down to the car seats. That's right. I'm not a big fan of airports or the TSA. The way they've got it set up, I don't think it's efficient or useful. So I don't fly. That's why in September I took a motorcycle all the way from Wisconsin to Colorado, because I wasn't gonna fly down there. When I go home, right, I'm gonna get my truck, I'm gonna drive back to Idaho. I'm not gonna fly. I didn't have any problems flying for several years, and then 2001, 9/11 happened, and all that crap started happening. After a few years of that, I was like, nah, I'm done. I'm good. Could you on a train? Yeah, flying's faster. Planes are uncomfortable, the food's terrible, the people are rude, and the way you have to get in and on one is stupid. So I have zero problems not giving my money to the airline industry. So much mail you've woven on a bus and a car, front seat, back seat, so much before you're even allowed to drive. Nice. Yep. I don't know about weaving in a car. I don't know. I've done it, but I have never done a lot of it because I like to drive. Not that I'm in love with anything, but I like to drive a whole lot more than letting other people drive me. What's this project tonight? This project right here. We are working on a coif. So we're making the top part, first 6 triangles to go around the top of my head. And then I'm gonna try and get some more of these rings to finish it out, because it's not gonna be enough. It'll be good for a start, right? But if I can't get it to the point where like it goes down my neck, touches my shoulders, and comes out to at least here, which I know I don't have enough rings for that. Okay. If we can't do that, then what this project will end up being like the juggling balls that we did, if I can't get the right ring size. So I gotta buy some calipers and get the closest ring size possible. It's 7/32. It's just shy of 1/4 of an inch. You know, it's not measurements for their rings and how they do them now, right? It's different when this is the old way of how they did their rings. Hey, Uncle Mike. You've been watching me. It's like having you right here in your living room, huh? Barb. Yeah. Yep. Super Mall's time of year is all fun, messed up. Ordered stuff last month, still no shipping confirmation. Ordered silver, paid extra for quicker shipping. The woes of waiting on good silver and opals. Your inner dragon's not happy. Nah, I can't imagine it would. I'm not, like, I know that it's the busiest time of the year for packages across the United States, and the world, but I have packages literally that have taken weeks to ship. Not to ship. Weeks to arrive at their destination for no known reason. You know? Yeah. Yeah, you have to keep looking back what you've ordered that still hasn't gotten here. Yeah. I didn't order anything this year. No, that's not true. I went out and did the bulk of my Christmas shopping. I think I only ordered 2 things. It's too late now to order anything else, so if I need to get anything else, I've got to run to the store for it. But I only have to buy for 2 people. Sometimes it's a nice surprise when something finally shows up that you forgot about. Yeah. Oh, hey, there that is. Yep. Shipping was bad before the Christmas season started. And it remains bad for about 5 weeks after. So about early February is when it should start getting better. At least that's what it did last year. But there is like international shipping in February is almost a no-go, just because the Chinese New Year's in February and they take, I don't know, like 2 weeks off or something. All the people in the cities go home to the farms and whatnot for 2 weeks, so like they take a week off work to travel, and then a week to 2 weeks spent with their family, and then a week to come back, so they're gone for like a month, and then it starts picking back up again. This is internationally in March, so you've lucked out. You don't order too often but never have a problem with shipping times. That's good. That is good. I would say that The bulk of the stuff from the website comes at about 2.5 to 3 weeks, right? And that's got to be printed, cut, sewn together, packaged, shipped through customs, and then through DHL or USPS onto its resting place. Hey Peg, how you doing? So I figure for a custom-made print product, that's, you know, 3 weeks isn't bad. But with everything going on around the holidays, it's lucky if you hit 3 weeks. Eagerly waiting rival your double blade lightsaber. Nice. That's awesome. Yep. And I think I've talked about this before, is I need to get to a point where I have everything that's on the website, you know, in a facility here that can be packaged with nice packaging and shipped out, and while people aren't waiting on it to be produced. That's where I need to get to. And then, you know, shipping won't be nearly as much of an issue. Maybe one day. That's going to be the focus next year. Oh. This song makes my teeth grate. Too many, like, almost off notes. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Fun is being able to buy the cool toys for yourself. Heck yeah. I bought my son a BB gun for Christmas. Daisy Red Rider BB gun. Lever action. Figure you can have fun shooting cans in the backyard. Whatever gets him outside, you know. But I do intend on shooting it myself. I may even get my own BB gun. Who knows? Hi Barb, have a good night. He has safety glasses, and I have this large. Okay. So he got a video gaming chair, right? And the chair was just folded up inside the box. So it's a large box. We're gonna paint a, what do you call it? A target on it, or put a target on it. And then put some cans on top for him to shoot. So you will shoot your eye out. Yeah. Your kid's begged for a crocheted axolotl. You're trying crochet. You're making it for him? That's awesome. I got a friend, Treasure Cave Mermaid. She's a girl that cosplays or LARPs as a mermaid. Dresses up as a mermaid. And does parties and does the whole... She's got her mermaid pod and everything. You know, she's really cool, but she's got 2 axolotls, like live ones, not... Got like a pink one and a dark black one. Blackish, I don't know. Impressed upon him that clusters are more important than only hitting one bullseye. I need a good grouping over one good shot. Well, he's 7, so I'm just hoping he hits the target. Oh, you're not? Okay, you bought it from Ukraine. Still, that's cool. A crochet axle from Ukraine. Alright. Oof. My leg is numb. You got your eldest a bow and arrow set when he was younger because he consistently begged for it, set up a target in the backyard, and he promptly missed the target and stuck his arrow in the neighbor's siding. Nice. Yeah. I think the bow and arrow set's going to be for his birthday. Just, you know, I had a stupid one when I was growing up. They're not... I had a pretty good one with like the rubber suction cups that you could shoot it against a mirror or a wall. I remember having that when I was real little, right? And then I had bows that I made. Okay. I had a stick with a string on it, and it was kind of stretchy, and it only lasted like 1 year before the stick dried out and wouldn't it, you know, I went to like draw it back and the stick broke, so. But the arrow I had made, how did I do this? I took we had a dart set, right? And I took the tip of the dart, you know, and it screws off, right? And I had like a craft dowel rod thin enough to be an arrow. And then I had glued I like broken apart an arrow and glued it to the end for fletching. So I made this arrow and I had this bow when I was a little bit older. And then I never had another bow and arrow after that again, so. But I did have a slingshot and a BB gun. That's all I needed. I figure my kid's, he's 7.5. He'll be 8 next year. Kid lost half the arrows in the wetlands behind your neighbor mother's house. Required him to aim like 2 feet higher than you need to aim to get him there. Always like bows and arrows. Would like to get a nice one though. Yeah, I would like to get a nice one too. Nothing fancy, just, you know, something to fuck around with in the backyard. English longbow is made of a green. Yes, fresh. 1 year later, his life had to make a new one next year. A green U. Would really like a crossbow. Yeah, my neighbor's got a air compressed crossbow. So okay, so it doesn't fire the arrow with the air compression, right? But it's a hunting crossbow, right? And it's got a canister like right behind where the trigger. So after you fire, right, arrow takes off. The air, I guess it's the CO2 cartridge. You press a button on the crossbow somewhere, and the CO2 cartridge draws the crossbow string back for you. It's pretty cool. Your dad was young. They were camping, and some adult had a compound bow. He wanted to show off, so he shot an arrow at the house in the campground. The arrow went through the outhouse wall. The outhouse was occupied at the time. Get a math instructor, make his own bow with a bow dart work, flesh with turkey feathers. So I wish you could do that someday. There are too many crafts as it is. There are too many crafts. Yeah, I gotta talk to my doctor tomorrow. Oh man, I just gotta get rid of this cough. Wake up all congested every morning, and that clears up after about an hour, but then I'm just coughing all day. Ooh. You agree, been too busy making staff props and not enough time building chainmail? Yeah, you know, I mean, you only have so much time. I saw a TikTok the other day. Some chick was lambasting some commenter who was upset that she didn't make all her own lightsabers, right? And I guess there had been like more than one commenter said this, and to the point where she felt she had to make a video about it, right? And this wasn't a small account, so I imagine it had to be several. And she had like 15 lightsaber boxes in her pyramid of lightsabers there, right? And she does like little tricks with the lightsabers, you know, practices with them, makes videos out of it, whatnot. And that's her thing, right? Her thing isn't making lightsabers. But all the people that are bitching about, all the people that can make a lightsaber and are bitching about her not making her own lightsabers, I guarantee you they can't move the way she does. You know? It's what the division of labor is for. I get good at chainmail, so someone else doesn't have to, but they need it, so they buy it from me. In turn, I go buy a BB gun from Daisy, because they've been making BB guns for forever, because I need one, and I don't know how to make one. Right? But the guy that made the BB gun at Daisy, he needs bread. So he goes to the grocery store to get some bread that was made by a baker somewhere, a bakery somewhere, because he doesn't know how to make bread. Right? It would be awesome to be super knowledgeable about a ton of different crafts. It would. But I am glad that there are other people out there who take up different hobbies than me. Because I like this one and I'm kind of okay at it. You're happier to buy. Okay. Working on my riveted mail process leg, got your overlap dialed in. Your flattening system is great. Now making a 5-ton arbor press to punch the holes next. Nice. Happy to buy a new lightsaber instead of building them. You have zero interest in building electronics. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know what the whole issue was, but that just a snippet of a video that I caught, and I was like there's good videos on TikTok. There's tons of bad stuff. I've seen some really funny stuff. And then there's a lot of drama, right? And it's interesting because the drama's in video format. And it's like reading a comment section on Facebook that has like 5,000 comments in it on some kind of religious, political, or social deal, and it's people in these videos going back and forth, right, on a given dramatic topic, and it's far more interesting than reading a comment section, I'll tell you what. Desires to offer rivet, plier, rivet, and rings. A lot of folks build their riveted ring thing from there. Nice. Nice. Yeah, figure out the process, sell the tools, so that in turn you can buy more supplies to make more of what you want. That's Never been on TikTok, not in the dramas you'll pass. It's not, I'm just saying that there's a lot of that on there. You don't have to watch them. They're pretty quick to recognize them. You just flick up to the next video or whatever, but I don't spend a lot of time watching them. I don't care. I'm there to like zone out. So I get caught up in a lot of woodworking videos. A lot of truck videos, a lot of gun videos, stuff like that. But in every community, you know, there's people talking smack to each other back and forth. It's just, it's the way humanity is. You tried 100 times to send you stars, but Facebook gave me a ton of shit. Maybe want to check on that? I don't know. It's like YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, just random site of the year. Yeah, just a random site of the year. So far, unlike Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, and whatnot, I almost actually like TikTok. Have to be aware of what comes up. Radio listens and well, doesn't miss much. Yeah, no, there's definitely not safe for kid content on there. Alright guys, how many is that so far? We've got 5, and 5.5 triangles done. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like this is already 9 hours, right? Couldn't have been that much. Maybe 8 hours. No. 1.5 hours per triangle. That's 6. Yeah, something like that. 1.5 hours per triangle, maybe a little more. But when it's all connected, it's gonna be. I like this ring size for this. This is gonna be a good one. So I will have to order some more of these because 5 triangles in and we're already halfway through. This is the only bin I have of this stuff. So as long as we get through. Oh, I want to put these in there as well. As long as we get through all the rings in the basement one day, that's all I'm going for. All right, Rick, you have a good night too. Everybody else, thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. Thank you for being here. You guys rock. Appreciate you joining me on my first stream back from my being sick episode. This lasted like far longer than I thought it would. So, but I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. I should start feeling better pretty soon. All right. Yeah, if you don't see me again, Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a good one. All right. I will talk to you all later.